Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
I started it again.
Blackbird. What's the so racist? It's Blackbird. Blackbird. That's him. Boy, what are you talking about? Icky. I know. No, I haven't got it here. Oh my gosh.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
We're starting to get some early answers on this year's big questions in the NBA season. And here to tell us what it all means are the experts. Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. I'm just your host, Ernie Johnson.
No one's an expert.
Huh?
No one's an expert.
Well, you guys try. Tonight we'll be watching the Indiana Pacers playing against the San Antonio Spurs. Checking out the Spurs, they lost their first matchup against these guys. This, their final game against them in the regular season, looking to finish with a split. And guys, this team getting some big help in the form of Freak. He has stepped up and been a big contributor over this recent stretch of games. Shaq, what's been the change for him?
You know, he's playing on the control, Ernie. He's not trying to do too much with each possession. You know, he's also being more aggressive, taking the initiative.
What?
You know, he's just going at people.
Legit?
Okay, so what is it you're
Wow.
you're playing called 2K?
It's the Pacers, and they're doing business on the road. It's an interconference NBA matchup. Welcome to what should be a great Saturday night for the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. In the last meeting for these two teams, the Spurs were handed a loss when they went up against the Pacers.
They played well enough to win that game. It really could have gone either way.
Yeah, you've got to play the entire 4 quarters. I mean, they played well for 3.5 quarters, and that's just not enough. You can't expect to win if you don't play a full game.
Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. C.J. Miles and Paul George are the wingmen. Stockton is out there with Turner. And it's Moore in at the point guard position. Now here's Moore in the game against Toronto. Very impressive. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Mayo hits them both. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Moore right side. Turner passes to George. Here's Stockton, and he banks in the layup. Stockton's got his first points of the game.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think...
Pacers leading by 6. They've got Powell. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then it's Exum, and it's Mayo in at the 2 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Raptors played some good basketball. He ended with 23 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. Another strong showing from him in what has become a habit.
Good job as always, Doris. Thank you, guys. What was your take on his performance?
Kevin, I really felt like he left it all out on the floor. I'll say this. It was a great, hard-charging effort.
Guys, when he's on, nobody's more fun to watch. And he was definitely on in that game.
Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
you've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Indiana.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
Yeah, also, though, they've done a good job of pounding the offensive glass for second chance points.
From 17 feet out, San Antonio with the rebound. Aldridge has got his third rebound on the night.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Aldridge a screen. Passes it to Mayo. From downtown. Cannot hit. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
They drew a lot of fouls in their games, guys, and that was the one area that really stood out when you watched it.
Just lack discipline defensively, Greg. I mean, that's why they got a lot of free points at the charity stripe.
Exum kicks to Leonard. The feed to Exum. Can they get it? And that is good. Exum's got 5 points in the quarter.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take them long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
More. And Indiana, another 3.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Exum dishes to Aldridge. Pass to Exum. Latre. Rebound by Stockton. Stockton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's more. Leonard with the steal. Outside man, lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. While we're on a short break, we've got some time to break down the steal leaders at the shooting guard position over the last month. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
He's hit his free throws at a pretty good clip this year, 77%.
You know, his free throw percentage has dropped this year, but not really enough to raise any red flags or become alarmed about it.
A different look now for San Antonio. Zeller, he's checked in for Powell, and Corey Joseph subbed in for Exum. No good on the second free throw. Pacers leading by 8. And George, here we go. That pushes it to double digits. George has got 8 points.
I mean, if you're looking to get back into this game, you have to get tougher defensively.
Here we go, San Antonio. Please give it up. The Spurs dance team.
All right, let's go over to the side.
I was able to listen in on what Frank Vogel had to say to his team. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Paul George. Coach detailed the ways to ensure he's the one in charge out there, with the ball in his hands and the rest of the players falling in line behind him. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to happen right away. Over to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris. Here's Miles, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. The Pacers shooting their first free throws of the game.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for San Antonio. The Pacers also changing it up. Mills is checked.
That boy ugly.
1:29 left now here in the second. Moore against Beverly. There's the pick. Stolen by Beverly.
Okay.
And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. Moore with the block. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it. The fast break chance. And he gets the bucket. Ellis has got 6.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better.
50-second ball picked up by Ellis. A shot's good from Aldrich.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
clearly they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
No good from Moore.
Well, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
I got 2 bonds over the viewers. I said viewers.
30 seconds left to play here in the half. They set the screen, and Zeller kicks to Beverly.
Oh, yeah.
And there's the pass to Joseph. 6 on the shot clock. There's the 3.
Just has lost the feel in terms of scoring here in the second quarter.
Feeds to Beverly. Up in time. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Freak really making a difference here.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for Indiana. Moore, he's in at the point. C.J. Miles and Paul George are the wingmen. Stockton is out there with Turner. And a fast break now for the Pacers.
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. How last month turned out for him? First in field goal percentage. First in three-point shooting. And then there's his work at the free throw line where he holds the best percentage league-wide.
Yeah, and you're right. He's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency.
Stop singing.
Never seems to take a bad shot.
Actually,
Stop singing or I will hang up.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots.
Okay.
2 shots.
No good on the free throw.
What garbage. How garbage do you gotta be to make a free throw? You miss a free throw. Stop singing. Okay, bye. Stop singing.
And he's good on the second.
No points, Dante.
And here's Exum. He's got 7.
Don't call me that.
Leonard on the wing.
Just told us.
Aldridge a screen. No luck.
Go get
Last outing for San Antonio was a loss to the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And nothing went well offensively on this night for them. They were just completely disjointed.
Yeah, you could call it the 3Ds: disjointed, disorganized, discombobulated, or whatever else you wanted to use to describe that.
Stop singing. I'm gonna hang up again.
Stolen by it's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And stolen by Stockton. And here comes Moore, leading the fast break. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance.
Let me see what he sent me. Mom! Rihanna! Where's Dad? Oh.
To make it 3.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job.
Don't call me back. Always gotta hang up on these ugly people. This library has ended.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Frank Vogel addressing his team. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Paul George. Coach asked him directly to take the reins of their offense. He wants him to have a huge impact at that end of the floor for the rest of this game. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge. Always.
Straight up, now tell me, do you really want to love me?
While we've got a moment, let's most second chance points on the season.
Noah.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third.
Okay, now give me the
Kicks
ball.
it to Moore from deep. It's rebounded by Mayo.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has. You know, guys, if he does his work early, he knows when he gets in a good
jump out
position,
of
his
bounds?
size gives him a big edge on the glass.
Wow, it's starting to look like a
Spurs trail by 6. Outside Aldridge. Now here's Exum. He's got 7. And Aldridge gets it to go on the assist by Exum. And it's 6 points for Aldridge.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Moore outside.
What's up? What's up?
Shoots the 3. And
Wait,
he gets it to go.
what's up?
Moore.
Let me pause this game real quick. What? Go. This is
got 17 now.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
And the foul called on Freak. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Mayo.
Pause this.
Pass to Exum. Leonard on the wing, defended by George. That one off the back iron and out.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Spurs trail by 7, and the Spurs pushing it up now. And it's sent back by George.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
It's Brandon.